Ever heard the story of how a river turned into a silent army of shadows, striking terror into the hearts of an entire invading force?
Wait, the Nile? You're talking about those skirmishes against the Hyksos, right? But I always thought it was the big battles that mattered, the chariots and fortresses.
That's what the history books focus on, but the real genius was in the dark. Meet Kamose, the son of Re-Tayo, who saw the enemy's strength and decided to use the very geography of Egypt against them.
Kamose? The guy who kicked off the final push to expel them? So what was the brilliant plan?
It wasn't about an all-out war at first. It was about fear and disruption. He created what they called the Shadow Army, small elite groups of commandos.
Commandos on the Nile? That sounds wild. What were they doing?
Their mission was simple. No huge battles, but just death by 1,000 cuts. They moved exclusively at night, using the river as their main highway.
So instead of marching across the desert where they'd be seen, they paddled right up to the Hyksos' front door under the cover of darkness. That's brilliant camouflage.
Exactly. Imagine you're a Hyksos soldier guarding an outpost near the riverbank. It's quiet. Suddenly, a small band of phantom warriors emerges from the water.
A quick, vicious attack on a small garrison or a supply depot, then they just disappear back into the fog and the river. No trace, no witnesses.
The sheer psychological impact was devastating. The Hyksos never knew where the next attack would come from. The river, their supposed shield, became a source of constant dread.
It wasn't the size of the attack, it was the relentlessness and the mystery. It turns every Egyptian boat into a potential enemy, paralyzing their logistics.
Supply convoys were the prime targets. Food, weapons, reinforcements, all gone in a flash. Kamose understood that you don't beat an army just by fighting. You beat them by starving them and breaking their spirit.
So those little commando raids weren't just annoying, they were essential to the final victory. They softened the target and spread panic before the main forces even moved.
They truly were. This wasn't just a military tactic. It was a masterpiece of intelligence and unconventional warfare, proving that sometimes the smallest strikes can create the biggest waves.
Kamose turned the silent, majestic Nile into a hidden weapon, a perfect example of a brilliant mind outmaneuvering a powerful enemy. I never saw that part of the story before.
The real stories often hide in the shadows. The Hyksos were ultimately defeated, not just by brute force, but by the terror of Kamose's shadow army emerging from the depths of the Black River.